Welcome back to the Gold League. We are getting ready for Fulcrum Gaming versus Refuse to Die. The background of these two teams, Fulcrum Gaming won Season 1 and Season 2, taking home $50,000 twice since the inception of the Esports League for World of Tanks in the North American region. And tonight, still undefeated. They're going to be going up against Refuse to Die. This is a team that has a couple wins under their belt, but not enough to get out of the fallback, pretty much. And
they were really hurt by the shootout that they
exactly,
won.
Exactly. So they did have 2 wins under their belt at least, and then that shootout win as well. But with the shootout, you only get 1 victory point instead of 3. So Refuse to Die is fighting their last battle here against the hardest team in the entire league. Very difficult position for them. But they showed up and they're ready to fight it out one last time for Season 3. And hopefully we'll see them again in Season 4. This is a team we saw in Season 1 as well. Season 2, they were unable to make it, and they came back in Season 3. And we did see that intriguing strategy they brought. And hopefully one of those strategies can work in their favor. And they're ready on the face-off. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening. How you doing?
Good evening.
Refuse to Die, bag of kittens. You've stuck with it the entire season in a tough spot now against Fulcrum Gaming, the top team in the league. What's the overall thoughts and feelings, not just for this match tonight, but for the future of your team?
I don't think we're really in a tough spot. I mean, it sounds strange to say that, but we're actually, I think, especially the last half of the season, we grew a lot. We picked up a lot of things that we've been doing wrong. And tonight is... I mean, it's almost just like a scrimmage. It's a practice because it's not going to affect our standings. I mean, I guess if we pulled out the win against Fulcrum, we might cause an upset in their standings. But, you know, for us, it's just about the practice right now.
Nagatron, let's talk about last night briefly. After the matchup, you guys always focus on what could have gone better for you and your team because you want to be the best, not just in America, but around the world. How does that type of mentality affect your team? And should more teams follow that format of being very, very strenuous, even after a win, of how to improve?
I think it's one of the main reasons why we've been able to improve at all. Yeah, you have to go through everything while it's fresh. Otherwise, you don't quite know the exact reasoning why everything happened, the exact timing of it. And we need to be able to go correct those things because sometimes you think something happened on a certain time or at a certain time at a certain timing. And then it's not until you talk with the other guys and you check the replay and you're like, oh, my perception of time was completely warped. And you need to figure out why that was and what you can do to change it. It's kind of a complicated thing to talk about, but that's the short answer I can give you.
Well, that was a good short answer. And again, you guys lead the standard pretty much. You set the standard when it comes to professionalism in World of Tanks before, during, and after these matches. And I feel that that's important that other teams can recognize that and see what works so well for you guys. You don't have some secret formula or some sort of super awesome comic book type ingredient that you're drinking. I mean, if you were, you definitely share it with me. But the thing is, you have a certain standard that you set work-wise. And I feel that you guys are able to accomplish so much because of that. And other teams, if they do emulate that in their own ways, can bridge this gap.
Sure
overall.
It's not Brondo?
Brondo? Maybe.
We are working on a Brondo sponsorship, so I won't exactly say that is our key to success until they pay me to do so.
Oh, okay.
But it's got electrolytes.
Great.
That's what plants crave.
All right. Nagatron, any words for Bag of Kittens before we start?
Good luck, man. It's been a pleasure, honestly, watching you through Season 1. It's unfortunate you didn't get to play Season 2, but I'm glad you're back. And it's interesting to watch you guys work. You take it seriously, you put in the time, and I wish you nothing but success. So, congratulations and good luck. Hope to see you in Season 4.
Bag of Kittens?
Yeah, I mean, you guys obviously are going to the final, so good luck there. I'd be lying if I wasn't saying that I'm hoping another team puts up a good fight. I think the league would really benefit from having more contenders for the throne, so I hope they make you work for it.
Can't argue it'd probably be good for the league, but I do like winning, so no promises.
Who doesn't? Fulcrum Gaming, you have the higher seed. Heads or tails on the coin flip?
Heads.
Heads is the call, and heads is the flip. Map choice or defer, Nagatron?
I guess we'll have to go with defer on this one.
Okay. Bag of Kittens, what is your map choice?
Everyone defers, no backbone. We'll go to Proc.
Shots fired. Prohorovka, first map. Fulcrum Gaming, your spawn position.
See this? They didn't expect that.
Please say again, Fulcrum Gaming, north side?
North.
Okay, north side
It's
of
the one on
Fulcrum
the top.
Gaming. Refuse to die to the
Oh.
south. All right, guys. We'll see who has the backbone in this engagement. Best of luck.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow. There's a little bit of jazz going back and forth there.
I like that right at the end.
I was. That was fun. What I was trying to get out with Nagatron, and I didn't want to go too. I didn't want to reveal too much, obviously what their team strategies are. But what's important for these teams to realize is that even when you win, you can find weaknesses and faults that happen throughout the engagement, and you need to go over those faults and weaknesses to improve upon them. In any type of post-production meeting or a post-team meeting that you have after an event, you have to, congratulate the people that did an exceptional job, but also go over what can be improved, because that is how you improve as a team. Success can actually turn into a weakness, and you have to continually be diligent for you and yours to increase their talent and performance every single time. And that's another reason why Fulcrum Gaming is doing so well. But right now, betting is open. So after the coin flip, betting is open for 3 minutes. Place your bets. Follow the syntax in the chat exactly. If you have any questions, ask the moderators in chat. The top performer of Season 3 will take home a Type 59 premium tank in their garage for World of Tanks. This is a tank that is not available in stores. One of the only ways you can get it is by participating in chat for the betting. And we will reveal the winner of that at the end of Season 3. What do we have for Prohorovka? Potential strategies and first 2 minutes, 3 minutes of engagements, Rookhill.
All right, so if anyone knows Fulcrum Gaming, they really like this west side. And I do too. I completely agree. It's a great way to play. You send some mediums right up to about Echo 3, Echo 2, Echo 3. Then 1390s are come around to the west, one line. Also a T1 potentially, with someone doing loops around there in the middle. That'll happen. But after Fulcrum Gaming resolves that they probably have an advantage, they're going to push that one line. Sack the T1, probably relics, with two or three 1390s right behind it. Push it up, take control, and then you have half of the map, or at least half of the open field in your control. With that, mediums push up just a little bit, take that bowl. Love it when that happens, because from there, you actually get great control to the north and to the south. Also, it gives you the flexibility to choose whichever side you want to make your approach towards the train tracks. And the reason I'm saying that is because I expect that Bag of Kittens will probably send his guys over to the east, saying, we don't want to take that fight. Fulcrum Gaming knows the west side too much. Let's try and play the east. At least we can draw it out if it doesn't go our way, because you know how that polarization goes. When you have east-west polarization, it's just going to be a slow game, and you can maybe get a win out of that if Fulcrum Gaming makes a mistake. It's going to be on them probably to push. Fulcrum Gaming is not going to be accepting of a draw, I think.
That gap is tough to overcome, especially when those tanks have that open area underneath those railroad cars.
Yeah. Because
they're in a great hold-down position no matter what tank you're in, and the slot is so thin for them to shoot through. One, it's tough to hit a tank coming up, but if you see a Pershing or a 1390 come up over the ridge, you spot it in time, you get free damage because of that, and it's harder for them to get the return fire. So that is the advantage of having that placement on the east versus west side. But west, again, they have full coverage when they go all the way to the west past the road and continue to move to the south. They'll pop up, use bush cover, and sometimes they'll sacrifice a T1 to send in. But with Fulcrum Gaming, this is a map they know. This is a map that's like their backyard. I mean, especially with Soviet, he loves this map. And we're going to find out what these two teams are going to bring on Prohorovka and match number 1, battle number 1 between Fulcrum Gaming and Refuse to Die. Let's battle.
Looking at the tanks, I think I might have called this one right. See a Pershing, 2 T69s and 2 1390s. Friction and F-Zero-X will be taking up T1s. Looks like we're not going to see relics tonight in the T1. Dang it. That part was wrong, Clutch.
Well,
how wrong could I be?
You can't have it all, Rookhill.
I can't have it all. On the other side, that's as easy. 5 1390s, everyone. Where are they going? I don't know. But they're going to go there fast.
They're going to get there fast. I don't think they're going to take it slow, but that's where we want to go, way down in Prohorovka. Bag of Kittens, I'm going to follow him as he's going to lead the charge on the east, along with World War II Fanatic and Quasiar on the T1. Quasiar's maybe go for a longer route. Probably won't go hill. No, no one's going to go hill this time.
With this east, actually, Fulcrum Gaming, I think, has called this, and they're going to alter their strat. Nagatron getting a nice opening run. He sees Foster Kid. Yes, he sees a bag of kittens and World War II Fanatic. It's spoiled right now. They've spoiled that push, and nice, a good hit onto a bag of kittens. I think that may have come from Jackie Rudo.
And also against Foster Kid. Foster Kid's been hit twice, and they were still on the move, I believe, in the T-69s and the Pershing.
They had just settled. I don't think they had full reticles, just snapshots. And I mean, with new accuracy, well, I say new, but it's been there for a while now.
Yes.
But with the current accuracy formula, those hits, you can depend on them, especially when you're just throwing them out in T-69s. Great job by Fulcrum Gaming predicting the opening move, and they've even gotten Friction into the backfield. I think he's safe. Let's see. I think, yeah, he looks pretty safe. Ooh, Bag of Kittens taking more hits from those T-69s. Oh, but Friction will go down. Oh, not yet. Quasar is 1v1ing him, but Friction gets free shots, lines them all up.
And Friction wins the battle at 7 HP.
Quasar just threw a few shots off. That's it. And
Nice
now he's barely
job by
alive, but
Friction.
alive is all that matters.
And that's plenty of scouting information, and also a shot potentially from World War II Fanatic. Get it? Bag Kitten's fallen back. The T1 is still spot on his side. He moves his turret over. Does not go for the fire. He's being cautious.
Nice shots. The T1's able to do a lot of damage before it goes down. Friction really playing it efficiently, even though he was in the backfield behind enemy lines. But unfortunately, he does die right next to his enemy, practically on top of each other.
Nagatron to the west of the railroad cars.
Antonio's peeking over, looking for shots on a Bag of Kittens. Bag of Kittens, I don't know if he's taking a shot, but so many tanks on the side of Refuse to Die have taken damage. Fulcrum Gaming taken almost none, with the exception of Friction in the T1. No tier 8s are even scratched at this point.
Well, Bag Kitten's falling back now. Towards World War II Fanatic, Foster Kid, Valkyrie Viewis,
But he is spotted.
Anubis hanging back in the village section. And a shot fired towards Bag of Kittens, 839.
That's Nagatron going for that shot from A6. They caught him leaving, and now Nagatron is, there's no one covering him, no one to spot Nagatron. There is return fire, though. I think it's blind.
It's coming from Foster Kid, though. He does not see anyone where he was. I'm in blind fire, but he knew a very pinpointed position beyond a guesstimation where Nagatron would have been.
Well, at least it keeps Naga's head down. Smart move by Refuse to Die. Naga did back off. He's no longer just sitting up there with a 0 shot. But I do see members of Refuse to Die grouping up, and maybe they'll go for Blitz. Yes, they are breaking over, and they are going to be engaging on Jackie Rudo. But Valkyrie Vewas is taking so much damage at the beginning of this fight. He goes down, but now Jackie may go down. But so many misses, and both T-69s go down in an instant.
Still more fire coming against the back of Foster Kid with Hugo and the Pershing, the consistent fire tank. Soviet is now down to 38 hit points, and he falls. Still multiple tanks left alive here for Refuse to Die, but Hugo Maximus, staying in that Pershing at full health, is going to continue that consistent fire to clean up these 1390s. And here comes Nagatron and his 1390.
He will be able to get into this fight, I think, and he's going to be chasing down Bag of Kittens World War II Fanatic, but by the time he catches them, they may be reloaded. Hugo is squaring off with Foster Kid, and he will finish him, but Foster Kid may be able to reload and get one shot off before this happens. They're fighting around a dead tank in a bush. Foster goes for it, but no, Hugo is able to get the kill.
Nagatron, one more shot, will take down a Bag of Kittens. Hugo Maximus moves in to try to stop World War II Fanatic from getting up above. Nagatron gets a nice hit against him. He is on fire, World War II Fanatic. Continues the strafe against Nagatron. Hugo with that shot. Gets another one against World War II. He misses 2 shots. And World War II now is on the run. Last tier 8 tank left alive for Refuse to Die. And there's a big hit from Hugo Maximus just up the corner.
Dies to fire. Brilliant shots. Great bold move by Refuse to Die. They almost had them. Just unfortunately not making enough shots count. A few misses in that brawl, just it killed them. It really stopped them short of what they could have potentially done. If every shot had happened, every shot had connected, Fulcrum Gaming would not have been able to kill all of those tanks before they were reloaded. And
exactly.
That would have been a Refuse to Die win, but Fulcrum Gaming does a great job. Battle number 1, going to them. Great response.
That's a type of strategy that's impressive when you bring those type of tanks. All burst damage, all 1390s. You move in all at once, and you go for the burst damage as much as possible. Like you were saying, Rukil, a couple missed shots there, and once they were completely expelled of all their shots, there's Hugo Maximus and a Pershing. And that's going to cause 2 of those 1390s to get out of there. Nagatron from the north coming in. And again, here, there's one missed shot. You're going to see multiple missed shots here. They take down the T-69s first, those consistent fire tanks. But Hugo is untouched in this. But once they unload all 4 of these 1390s in this engagement, they still have to follow that Soviet tank. and disrupt him and take him down. And then Hugo is just piling on shots, one after one after one, and that is where the damage goes down for Refuse to Die, and that's where their tanks get destroyed.
Yeah, just right there. And I'm looking at the post-game stats now. Those post-game stats, we've got Anubis unable to make enough connections. He fires all of his shells, but he only makes 2 connections. They do pen. But also Valkyrie Vewas, he goes down way too quickly, gets burst down. That's just good play, though, by Fulcrum Gaming. Now we've got Fosta with 4 for 6, a Bag of Kittens, 5 for 6, and World War II Fnatic was able to fire quite a bit that battle. He put out plenty of shots. I'm not sure how many he got out in that fight, but he has 9 for 9 connections in that match. Well, that game, I should say. So that's it. Refuse to Die not being as efficient as they possibly could, and that's what's killing them right there on Prohorovka. They could have won it. They could have gotten enough of a lead that Fulcrum Gaming would have had a really difficult time catching up.
Yeah, and they're making Fulcrum Gaming work for it, and that's what we wanted to see. When you look at the stats, the behavior, and the background of both these teams, I'm sure everyone put their bets down for Fulcrum Gaming. But even so, I really like Bag of Kittens' attitude. This is a scrimmage for them in the sense. There's nothing they can really do. There's nothing they can do at all for their current placement in the league. They're not going to make it to the finals. They're not going to have any tiebreakers to maybe get up to the playoffs. It's not going to happen where they are. So you take this opportunity to make the most of it, and let's see how they can make the most of it on mines. This is a map that we see probably the fastest engagements, the shortest amount of time overall when it comes to the battles and the duration.
Well, if it goes with current meta, at least.
With current meta, but it's starting to shift again with teams realizing, wow, bringing WZ-132s to the center, blocking them, going for those kills. We have the #1 moment that happened in week #2 of that great track shot by Soviet that saved Nagatron. Nagatron went around the rock, shot through that crevice and
just
got
a beautiful
Yeah,
shot. That's
amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
just you see the synergy of Fulcrum Gaming in that situation. They're really solid. They know how to play together. They do that every night. They're always on their little TeamSpeak playing with each other. It doesn't even matter if it's World of Tanks. Everything they do, they're on the same page, and they just synergize well because of that. That's just one of those things as a team. Battle is going to begin. I'm wondering if we're going to actually see, though, that huge push and that giant brawl up on the mine.
Or more of a spread-out firefight, perhaps some water side play. There's only one way to find out. Let's just see for ourselves. Let's do it. Battle #2. Fulcrum Gaming versus Refuse to Die on mines.
Oh, wow. Look at this. First time debut into Professional League. That's an FCM 50T, guys. With that, an STA-1, 2 T-69s, and a WZ-132 for Refuse to Die. On the other side, AMX 5100, that's Antonio. Notice he mounts the 90 mil on the 5100, 2 T-69s and 2 1390s. I'm seeing a fight at the hill with the FCM, which is a cool tank, consistent fire, kind of like the 5100, kind of the consistent fire version of the 5100. I don't know how it's going to fare, though, in this matchup.
What nation is the FCM from?
It is a French tank. Look, it looks similar to the 5100, doesn't it?
A bit, but its tracks are so much
Well, here's the fight clutch.
exposed.
Bag of Kittens doing a great job. He blocks Soviet. Soviet takes a lot of fire on his entrance to the hill. Nagatron is left alone. And even though Bag of Kittens takes a lot of damage and goes down, Soviet's pretty messed up.
Fossa Kid in that FCM does have 1,500 hit points. He takes 2-3 shots to the side, and he falls back. Valkyrie Viewers and World War II Fnatic and Anubis pushing up against Antonio Handsome in the 5100. With that continual burst damage from him, is able to lay a couple shots before he falls. Hugo Maximus in the T69 looks like he is... Oh, there's a T1 kill from F0X against Anubis in the T69. Nice play from the T1. Hired Gun in the T1 will continue to be engaged in the firefight, but he falls to F0X as well. 2 kills for the T1. And now here comes the cleanup. Valkyrie Viewers in the T69 surrounded by Jackie Rudo and Hugo Maximus. Nagatron from the top of the hill pushing up. And he sees another shot. Is he reloaded? No, I don't think he is
Soon,
yet.
Nagatron will be reloaded shortly. Give it about 5 seconds, I think.
Valkyrie Viewers, the last tank alive. Full Refuse to Die, being chased by the T1s. Definitely have to check F0X's stats after this battle. Valkyrie Viewers takes a little bit of damage from fall. Jackie Rudo shoots from above and gets the kill. Nice play coming out of Jackie Rudo, and a good victory for Fulcrum Gaming.
Well, that was fast. I don't know how long that took. Yeah, that took only about two and a half minutes.
Battle duration was not that long.
Yeah.
Jumping over to F0X here. 2 kills, 26 penetrations out of 72, 560 damage.
Wow. He brought the right gun. They predicted this. And look at this on the other side. Jackie Rudo, though, gets 2,100 damage, making every shot count. This is Fulcrum efficiency right here. Hugo bounces one shot. Antonio doesn't get all of his shots off, and that was refused to die. They went for Antonio. They went for Soviet right off the bat and just focused them down. They were just went in. They didn't care about cover. They're just like, let's go for the brawl. And unfortunately, their FCM didn't last very long.
No.
Their FCM only got to deal about 690 damage before he was dealt with. Fulcrum knew they had to kill those consistent fire tanks. Without those consistent fire tanks, you have refused to die losing all of their advantage.
That's right. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We come back. Battle number 3 of Fulcrum Gaming versus Refuse to Die. Stay tuned. You're watching the Gold League for World of Tanks. Welcome back to World of Tanks Gold League. I'm Clutch from my Rootkill. Battle number 3 is almost upon us between Fulcrum Gaming and Refuse to Die. The battle will take place on Ruinberg. Refuse to Die is famous for bringing the Kitten lineup with 4 Tiger 1s, and they had a Rumba and a Chaffee. Perhaps we could see it again.
Please.
This time I would prefer that they did not go across the open field to the north, which would not be the case since they are spawning to the south.
Please do it. Please do it, a bag of kittens. I see T1s readied up in here, but I want to see that because, I mean, Fulcrum Gaming, chances are they're going to win, but Refuse to Die, please surprise us. That would be magical if we could see the bag of kittens strat just pushing across the open field. A bunch of tigers with a waffle overwatch. It would be great. I'm hoping, Clutch. I really want to see that because
We'll see. No, it looks like it's going to be conventional play. Well, either way, it's going to be a great matchup here because Refuse to Die is bringing the pain towards Fulcrum Gaming, but Fulcrum is outmatching them with landing their shots and also with their focused fire. Plus, Jackie Rudo, even if he's sliding down a mountain, he's going to make his shot because he fires swag. You can buy swag for gold. Make sure to send in those pictures of why you are the greatest fan for the team you want to go to the finals because we'll send you some gold codes so you can shoot swag. Here we go. Battle number 3 between Fulcrum Gaming and Refuse to Die.
Oh, Clutch. Oh, Clutch. Looking at the tanks, it's 5,100. 3 T-69s and a 1390 for the side of Fulcrum Gaming. The other side, Refuse to Die, is going to bring it really heavy. 5,100, 2 IS-3s, and 2 1390s. Those IS-3s are getting ready to bully some T-69s out of position. Although I think they'll probably just go west. So we'll see that polarization. Everyone's on opposite sides of the map. But T-69's view range, they have a huge view range advantage on this team.
I'm going to follow World War II Fanatic in the 5,100. And the IS-3s with him, Valkyrie Viewers and Foster Kid, are pushing up the 6-7 line. And they're going to
They could be running into an ambush. Nagatron spotted.
Quite
T-69s
possibly.
are almost in position for this. And yes, Hugo lines up. Antonio lines up. Jackie lining it up. And first shot to the World War II Fanatic and at Foster Kid. More damage possibly coming out into those 5,100s and IS-3s. But they've found cover. And Friction goes down in the T1 in the west. Valkyrie Velas takes a hit. But
Antonio Handsome takes a big shot in his T-69, 902 to 1350. Let me head over to that western side to see who's over there. It's Anubis along with the 2 T1s, or 1 1390 and 1 T1. Jackie Rudo takes a shot from Anubis, another one. They have the flank down the F crossroads, and now Fulcrum Gaming is going to have to move away from that spot, but they still hold the Delta Village. And now the push coming out from, it looks like the 5,100.
that is
Soviet.
the 5,100. Yeah, he's taking the high ground. And he has a perfect vantage on any east side play from Refuse to Die. There's also a T1, I think, somewhere in the south
Yes,
of where
there
Soviet
is. That is Quasar.
That spotting could be crucial. If he spots Soviet without getting spotted himself, they could just back up, look for those shots. Although, of course, those 5,100s and IS-3s are spotted. Soviet looks for a shot, but it hits some rubble.
And the rest of those medium tanks are now moving towards the Delta Village, while one of the 1390s, is that a bag of kittens? It is moving a little bit closer to the F crossroads, but they're going up in the windows and checking for a higher ground placement shot. Bag of kittens. Oh, Jackie Rudo takes down Quasar on the T1. That's a big, big shot here because that can allow Soviet to continue to push to the south.
Yeah, that was that T1 represented a lot for Refuse to Die. That was their ability to come back in this one. Nagatron getting great shots from the north in A6. And he's able to put another one to World War II Fanatic. Maybe he gets every shot. Oh, one hits dirt, I think. He has beautiful vantage on the position of Refuse to Die. And if Refuse to Die avoids Nagatron, they're walking into Soviet.
And that's someone you do not want to walk into at all. But here comes a 3-tank push closer to the flag cap against Refuse or against Fulcrum Gaming from Refuse to Die.
That could be really well timed. Nagatron's reloading.
Quite possibly would be. Bag of Kittens, yes, is going on the fly cap. He is initiating. And
have they spotted F0X yet?
they have not spotted.
Good
They've
job.
only spotted Hugo Maximus, and Hugo's taking some shots across the bow.
Oh, yeah, he's
Couple
down
more
to
hits
902.
against him.
Down to 902. Soviet is also on his way back. Fulcrum Gaming is reacting to this, but there's not a lot of time. Nagatron might not be reloaded in time for this. He may have to just run in and just ram a tank. And he actually is loaded. Never mind. Anubis takes a hit. Now Nagatron is able to stop this. He's just going to annihilate Anubis.
Tony
Assuming
Handsome
no
falls, though. Anubis does fall. Oh, even more resets. T1 going for the reset as well. Nice play by F0X. The higher gun is leaving that section, and now the fly cap has been stopped by Fulcrum. But at what cost?
Well, not much, because Bag of Kittens is the only tier 8 remaining.
Yes, that's true.
Soviet just annihilated Valkyrie Vegas and Foster Kid
Ooh.
while we were focused on the cap. Just great job by him.
A shot came out of Fulcrum. It came out of Nagatron. I'm going to quickly go over here. And it would have been a perfect shot, but this T1 carcass was in the way and it blocked the shot.
Brilliant.
So they can still be used for cover, guys. Heading over to Bag of Kittens, who's on the run from Fulcrum Gaming. This is it. The last battle, the last stand for Refuse to Die in Season 3.
And it's by a Bag of Kittens. And there's a track shot on Hugo. Hugo's just going to let it repair, though. As a Bag of Kittens tries to get away. Nagatron, though, is there to cut off the retreat of a Bag of Kittens. Although, he does cross in the open. Hugo's first shot is not a connection. Bag of Kittens doesn't connect. And a Bag of Kittens doesn't connect again, but more shots from TC Connect ripping it apart.
And 34 HP is all that's left of a Bag of Kittens. He gets the kill against Jackie Rudo. Soviet in the 5100 looking down the alleyway, and that's the last shot. Soviet gets it, and Fulcrum Gaming wins. They are undefeated, going to the finals out of the Alpha Division. Congratulations to Fulcrum Gaming.
They look
And
spectacular.
They
too.
do. They really do. Even though they're taking a lot of damage at the beginning with the trade-off, they're landing their shots from long range and pushing at the right time.
Well, that's just Refuse to Die, being so aggressive. When you play aggressively like that, you can really bloody the nose of your opponent. If you're not going to play aggressively enough, Fulcrum Gaming is going to tear you apart. That's just the way it is. Slower teams that play passively are going to have a hard time fighting Fulcrum Gaming. And you see Refuse to Die understanding this, and they just took the fight to Fulcrum. In Battle 1, Prohorovka, they could have won it because they catch Fulcrum Gaming by surprise. Fulcrum's not expecting that bold of a move. It's risky by Refuse to Die, and it almost works, but Fulcrum is just, they keep cool, they keep calm, and they always come out ahead. Mines was chaos, Clutch. It was just absurd to see, and they come out ahead again. It looks like it could go either way for the longest time, but Fulcrum stays cool, stays calm, and just wins every single time.
Well, we wish Refuse to Die the best of luck in the future with their team and their individual careers in esports and World of Tanks. We're going to take a break. When we come back, River of Blood versus Game Over. Stay tuned. You're watching the Gold League for World of Tanks.